Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. I know a lot of you guys have been asking how exactly this works and how many teams move on and how many teams don't and stuff. And for that purpose, I have drawn you in Word exactly how it's gonna be. So, one second. Let me just so you know how things are gonna unfold. It looks like this. So what's gonna happen, because I don't have an overlay, so I just made you one. It's very pretty, I know. This is stage 1. This is what we're playing right now. This is the 12th to 16th place of the contenders teams from phase 1, Group A and Group B, combined with 4th and 5th place from EU MEA Open. It's Draco and it's Knockout Gaming. Combined with EU East 5th and 6th place teams, Airwaves and Huge Potential. Combined with EU West 6th and 7th place, Last Crew and Apex. When all these games are done, on Wednesday, the top 8 of this group will advance to stage 2. In stage 2, these top 8 teams will be squaring off against the 2 11th places from Group A and Group B in contenders, and the EU West teams 3rd, 4th, and 5th place, alongside MEA's 3rd and 4th place, alongside the 3rd place from MEA. And those teams will advance. And out of all those 16s, top 6 will advance. I hope that made sense. Did it make sense to you? It made sense to me. I hope it was what you were looking for as far as info. But with that, let's just wait any further because the game just started. And we have it right here. Pretty straightforward game as well. Pretty straightforward. Swarm, they've been a little all over the place, but now they're in Sarki, getting themselves looted up. I didn't even get to see where the plane was coming in from, so I assume that it has come in over Sarki. If not, then it's rare. It's rare to see anybody really go loot Sarki if it's not because the plane kind of started up there to begin with. AK Skills makes the run on off. He was trying to get an early kill with the Kar 98, but didn't really pay off the way he wanted it to. Has to run on back down, get looted. Kebabs, they're looting North George. Nothing new under the sun. They'll get plenty of room to roam around. And I'm glad to see Kebabs actually looting together. We had kind of me and James, we were casting the contenders. Actually, it wasn't a laugh. It was just we were a bit confused with the whole split that Kebabs tend to have, where they have like 3 guys looting together and then 1 guy being on the complete opposite of the map. And sometimes you could just say, oh, it's just because he DC'd and he got back in. But it just happened so many times that we figured that there needed to be a reason behind it. But seeing them loot together this time around, it's very satisfying. It's very comforting knowing that's the case. I hope you liked my my Word presentation. It wasn't even PowerPoint. It was just my Word. And yes, for those of you guys asking out there in the chat, it is top 8. You want to be top 8 through this. That means that you will make it into the second round of stage 2 of the promotionals. That is the margin. You want to be in the top 8. Here we see Art of War. For those of you guys who know some of the names but can't combine it with the team name, it is because I believe that the team changed from Sweaty Nerds to Art of War, and also added in Tony Sosa to the mix. So that's the case there. And then we have the Air guys down here. They haven't really had the best start. They've got knocked off early in both their games, but they've also had some really rough rotations coming in. We saw Zoom in game 1 try to make that drive on around with the with the bike. It just did not at all work out the way that he wanted it to. But hopefully for them, they'll get something going here. Apex as well have had some rough rotations, but Trike, no, I was just told how to say it. Trico, that's what we're calling him now, and his team, they did everything they could trying to make it work. Copest and Personal Courage as well has been under a lot of fire in early game situations. Hopefully for them, they'll get something going. Hopefully for them, as they come rotating up north here, trying to see if they can find themselves some sort of compound to call their own. Houston ready. It's not Houston have a problem. It's Houston, we are ready. Making the drive on forward. Should be able to get into a any sort of safe spot soon. They seem to be going for the liquid compound, as some like to call it. The compound where we have right here. Cove has been in it already, and Hick is actually still looting down south. It's a bit interesting. You can see the bottom side of the circle on your minimap, so if you're confused by where the circle is going, then Then you can see, sorry, the bottom side of it down there. Riddle, they're gonna get looted up. Riddle off to a really, really good start. Second place in game 1, and then a win here in game 2 just before. And yeah, they've seemingly gotten things going their way. Soggy from Phoenix, they had a good game 1 as well. They weren't really able to pull off as much in game 2. They had they had Soggy caught on the wrong side of the water, I guess you can say. He did make life a miserable hell for Mimo, but it actually made it horrible for the entire Out of Wards teams, even though he only killed one guy, because Ben ended up unfortunately getting himself killed. Not sure if it was the damage from the boat or what it was, but he got down there in the end as well. Og, 4x, Gilly, not too bad. I would take that crate. That's a pretty decent looking crate right there. Seems to be working. Corp though and Vanconas, they're in issue, like, not in issues, they're in big trouble to say the least. Kebabs, they have set up shop here, and oh, is MFS just gonna send it? Is he just gonna drive on over and try to run them down? This is greedy playing, buddy. This is extremely greedy playing. Run them over! Run them over! If you're not gonna run them over, then why did you go over here to begin with, MFS? No, that's not what you want to do. Corp gets probably the freest kill he has had in a long time. Not sure exactly what the strategy behind it was. I could get it if he wanted to just go over and run them over, but he tries to go away, and that just leaves so much room for them to shoot him. So not really. I mean, okay. So for a starter, and this is not to. I mean, I hate to be the one to say to people they're bad, because I've seen good things happening from MFS before. But A, you just died without your team being able to do anything about it, because they had the rock for cover over there. And B, you just gave away, I think, their only vehicle. I'm not sure if they have one more vehicle here, and now they could just drive off as they please. Like, there was absolutely no way that MFS's team could help out as they made that push. And I'm honestly not sure. I think they all came in 4 guys in 1 vehicle. Look at this. I like the play from them here more. They know they're all trapped over there now, and they say, you know what, we'll just take the high ground on the other side and then just make them pay for it. Honestly, MFS, if that was your only vehicle, then it was. I mean, they have a spawned buggy up on the other side, but look at this. Now they're coming down to take revenge. He took their only car, drove it over the bridge, and died. That is so unfortunate. So unfortunate, because now they're really gonna pay for it. And by really gonna pay for it, I mean, wow, that's unfortunate. You can see they're trying to run away now over towards the compound, but not exactly a dream scenario. EFSA makes the run in towards the houses. She's still in the smoke down here. That smoke is gonna fade at some point soon, and Amorous is gonna be ready and waiting. The nade is right on the money. It takes him down to about 10% HP. And off of this, I'm not sure exactly how She's is gonna be able to get out of there alive. They have a, okay, so they have a US. They have a US backed by Cube, but I mean, it's not exactly going to be an easy play for them to make. At the same time, though, Vanconas can't over-aggress on this. I mean, they're outside the circle. The amount of time they spent to get the kills here could be time they should have spent trying to get themselves into a better position. But then again, they are in a spot where they're already on the edge. They're already late on the rotation, so no real reason to over-aggress. It seems like they're actually disengaging here. They had the chance. They tried to get the kills they wanted, but they say, you know what, guys? Our main problem so far has been getting compounds that we wanted, and well, I mean, now they might just want to rotate it out from this one. I'm not sure what's. Seems like they're a little bit of a disagreement on who's doing what here. Maybe more jumps out to take some few more shots. Not gonna be a whole lot more coming off of it though, and and now the rotated Cup comes back down and says, "Guys, let's go. I thought we had a deal here. I thought we had an agreement on what we were doing, but seems like they've got things going their way now." 10 seconds to go until the new circle is gonna pop. Where, oh where are we going? Where's the circle going? It's north right now, but as you can see as well, so many teams sitting dead center. A lot of teams in the mix, and now, wow, it could go north of the water. We don't know yet. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen just yet, but it could go north. Grocer, Suppressor, full level 3, and yet another ghillie suit for whoever manages to make their way up here first. That could be a good pickup or set team, but for everyone else, well, I mean, they have to figure what side of the river do we want to commit to this time around. Do we want to set south, or do we want to go north? I think everybody's just been scared off by that military game, so probably trying to find out now how exactly to play this. Draco Unity, they haven't really been able to get anything going their way just yet. They want to get something, a few kills, some placement points, anything working for them. Ulin. Trying to drive forward towards his teammates. He took a lot of fire before the guys that came in before him. Soggy, I believe it was. It just went down. And now he somehow manages to maneuver through all of it. But he's running straight up to Fenerbahce. And they've both gone down. I believe they must have hurt each other. They must have hurt each other getting out of their vehicles. Fenerbahce only has 1 point so far the first 2 games. And they, of course, being a team that went to the land, the close qualifiers, being a team that stomped their qualifiers to get here to begin with, I mean, they for sure want to have a good show in here as well. Now Saxe and Hogue goes down as well. Moon, God, gets himself a double. And now, well, I mean, unfortunately enough, it's gonna be that one Phoenix player all by himself. Sirong almost run over, but gets down Tony. What a spray coming in. What a spray coming in. Jumps around 180s and gets him out of the vehicle. Insanely well played by him as he came driving around the corner. They're trying to get some vision. They have 3 bikes, so easy PC rotation opportunities coming out from there. Plenty of room where they're sitting. They're trying to get as much info as they possibly can. They've decided to set up shop on the northern side, and they want to see where they should go from here. Help me, God. Trying to, trying to get Shiz to stand still. He just waited for him to get inside the vehicle. Now he did for him, but no shots connected off of it anyway. Only 1. Make that almost 2. Nope, not gonna happen. They know more people are down there and rotating. Pulls out the M16, make that the M4, sorry. Sprays on down, but not enough shots connected to get himself the knock on towards any of them, unfortunately. And well, Kebab still live to, well, they'll get to go up further north. They were in a rough position before with the MFS going down, but seems like they've made the most of it, and now at least inside the circle. And as well, sort of setting themselves up around the, the river, so that should the circle go on the other side, they have sort of a quick getaway to get on over. Zoom is playing this match, by the way. Zoom is I mean, he's jumping around trying to bait some bullets. They have their vehicles, but honestly, they only have 3 bikes as far as I can see. You don't want to get pinned down to being the 2 doubles on your vehicles. Ooh, this is not a good spot to be in now all of a sudden. It was a good spot, but with the huge potential team sitting down here with perfect vision up towards them, that's just going to make things so much harder. We have a flying player. That's impressive. And I assume looking around, trying to find some sort. I mean, they had a lot of shots fired up towards them, but now they're trying to figure where exactly could they be. And oh my God, guys, we're going north of the water. Everybody has to make these rotations. Talk, what are you doing? Doing. Just jumping around, trying to spot the opponents. That's next level bunny hopping right there, just bouncing up and down. Appeal finds himself a dip on the far southern edge of the new circle, but they of course need to just take it step by step, because it's not exactly going to be easy push over the water. And honestly, if they want to get over the water, you might just want to consider rotating now, because in just a short moment's time there's going to be so much traffic coming up north, both over the bridges and also around the eastern side. YMD now getting run up by Bullen. He's proning down behind the vehicle, has a nade in hand, wants to underhand throw it down towards him. It's become an overhand throw instead. Unfortunate. Could have been a good nade knock coming in there. Now, there you go. Underhand thrown down towards the vehicle. Goes on over on the side. Could be the nade. No, the nade that he needed, but not gonna happen in the end. Riddle, they're just sending it straight forward. They're coming up close. No SMG, so of course they cannot start shooting from the bikes. And Simpson is stopping here. Handybro and his teammates continued, but Simpson stopped, and that got him killed. A bit of miscommunication, it would seem, and he actually gets killed because of it. He stopped there expecting his teammates to stop as well, but did not happen. Phoenix eliminated. Last remaining player got finished off there just before. Manny, so low on HP, tries to get rest on up, and well, at least for now it might just be possible. It's a risky play coming from both of them. They lost a bike there. I hope they have one more, because it will not be easy for them to get out should they be able to do so. But clearly, oh no, Manny, you have to pick. Oh, there's one more bike. I was like, you have to pick up your friend, buddy. They destroyed the other bike. But clearly some sort of miscommunication from Riddle there. One stopped, the other guys continued, and that got Simpson killed. Unfortunate, but hopefully they'll be able to continue on forward. Taketori. Take Tori. on the bikes. They have plenty of chances to rotate around, and Erangel now trying to do anything he can to prevent these guys from coming in. But it's like trying to stop a river with your bare hands. If you hold off one side, it will just continue around on the other. Clip does manage to find one of them though, so Erangel getting a bit of help. So many teams making their way around the side of him. And he's actually out in the blue now, so trying to pretty much sit in this position to hold off any rotations coming in. Didn't really pay off the way that he wanted it to, and not a whole lot more to it than that. Apex had some rough rotations, but now they're out there stopping. They're trying to see if they can do some damage in return, but not happening, at least not right now. BenQ goes down. It's gonna be a knock. Securing themselves, well, a knock. Knockout Gaming taking themselves their first kill of the game, I believe. BenQ gets finished off as well. And Erangel, I mean, the thing is, these guys have a pretty decent spot up north, but if the circle doesn't benefit, like I favor them, it's going to be so hard to play from Mashurno. It's going to go somewhat away from water, and it will as well. So they're in, but where can they go from there, Riddle? They need to figure that one out. Misa, T-Bone has been knocked, and Misa needs to hold off this entire potential push coming in on towards him. Talk. Landing a good shot with the SLR, something that's difficult to do from this distance. Arrows coming in to help, but seems like Mance and the guys from Air, they're pushing in on this. O'Connell gets taken down. Misa gets down one. Little help from Arrows coming in there. Zoom goes down as well. Fortunate. O'Connell did get knocked out in the Wizard though, so it's gonna be tricky to secure that rest. Manny is pushing up on this one as well. What the hell is going on? Manny suicided right there. Now one more push is coming in. Tech Torty trying to make the drive on over. He's down to low HP, but he has made it on up. Oh, Tegatori tried to do the damage needed. It's going to be so difficult, and he goes down in the end. Did get the knock on Misa, but too many angles for him to play on by himself. So they sent in two guys on one bike, but the other guys, they just weren't ready to push with them. When you want to make these plays, you have to go 4 guys together. That's the only real chance you get. They got the knock on O'Connell. They knew that it was one guy lower, or one fewer player on that team, but they should have made that push together. Instead, it didn't really work out the way that they wanted to, unfortunately. The idea of the push towards the compound was good, but they should have coordinated probably a little bit better in order to get it. Ooh, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, trying to dodge all the bullets. Moon gets himself some damage done. What? Shiz, hello? Okay. Test gets him taken down in the end, but somehow survived that vehicle explosion. Corp trying to hold the angle here as well. They know their people are coming over the water from the south. It's just about sitting up here waiting for them to inevitably push up towards them. 2 Fenerbahce players are sitting a 2-2 split. 2 guys in this yellow, 2 guys in the other yellow on the other side. Could be a I'm in a good position to play from, honestly. It's a pretty good 2-2 split, only issue being it's pretty hard to hold off one another, but they're taking a lot of control, and whatever compound gets inside the next circle, they can benefit, like they can favor that one and move down to that one instead if they would want to. The thing for them is if it centers and hits both of them, which compound do you take here? I would probably go for the northern one, but we'll see. We'll see which one they decide to go for. There's still a minute until the new circle pops. So John Lee Woo and his teammates, they're making their way on over here, trying to get some sort of info on what's happening down south, because they've heard all the shots, now they hear the nades as well. They have a chance to third party on it too. Morke pushes around the side, might be able to get a little bit of an off-angle position here. Could potentially catch someone off guard. You see the push coming in from the side. Kopets get one, Moki gets one in return. Right off the bat, so good trade, 1-for-1. Mookie gets number 2 as well. Kofes goes down. A Fussword goes down as well. Hickey, though, and Houston, they need to apply some sort of pressure. They need to be the flank, the off angle that the team needs. And right now, the shots needed are just not coming in. Mookie almost taken down by that nade, but he's in the blue, buddy. You're gonna go down, and just before he throws the nade, gets knocked by the blue right there. Unfortunately for him, had a good angle to get some damage done, but, well, the blue became too much for him. And Diggory goes down as well, and that's going to be last crew eliminated. They had a lot of kills coming into the last game, but unfortunately not able to pull it off here. New circle pops and it goes north or west, so I would assume to see Fenerbahce commit to one. Look at this, 1 HP for Houston. That's fortunate. Andy gets himself knocked. So for those of you guys asking in the chat, he was in the game. He is in the game, but right now he's on his knees. Hopefully he will be, his teammates will be around to get the rest on up. We saw BenQ go down earlier, and once again, there's Zerong. He's been landing a lot of damage so far. Already has 3 kills in the game. But they're still not inside the circle just yet. They have to push a little further up this hillside to the east, the northeast, I guess you can say. Riddle. They have a chance to do something from up north here. It's going to be a tough rotation though. And Vinconas, they've been sitting around here for a while. They know there are a lot of teams around them, at least south of them. It's going to be tricky though for them to hold them all off. Drone and Aldia taken down. Misa, nice double spray down. Spotted them inside, and now the nades are raining on in. This is going to be so difficult. Copes goes down, Amorous down as well, and now Swarm. They have to hold off Wizards. It's in their name. But are they called Swarm because they can swarm teams, or are they called Swarm because they're going to get swarmed? Because that's what it looks like right now. Tug trying to make the run around. He's all by himself. T-Bone vaults on inside, gets the spray down, and that's going to be the team completely wiped out. They got themselves the win in game number 1, but 12 to place here, and all of a sudden Wizards seem like they are the team to be dealt with here. Had a really good thing going for them so far, and they're seemingly unstoppable as they push on in without taking a single casualty. Iggy on the stomach, crawling on forward. 1-8 could be a potential triple kill here if you place it to perfection in between the two. Or maybe not. A bit too far spread apart, and actually they're allowed to get the rest on up. The circle is closing in, and Hickey needs to continue to move forward. Now he gets back up on his feet, and Alpha might just even be able to get the heals off as well. I mean, they have the compound, APTY, he's inside the house. So should they all be allowed to get back on inside, then Personal Courage will be off to a rough one, trying to push on up just 2v4. Knockout, they're getting knocked down. Call me God, help me God, both down. Animal Slayer has to hold this one off all by himself, but as you can see, nades are coming in. Venconas there sitting on the top, and huge potential there pushing around the side as well. The rest is coming in, but that nade could be right on the money. Goes a bit too far, and Animal Slayer has to run up. It's so difficult, it's practically impossible for him to do anything there. Zero with, I believe, the 5th kill of the game, either for him or for the team, I couldn't really tell, but really good performance from huge potential so far in this game. We see Houston prone down, just trying to do anything to stay alive. Oh, Hickey, don't run over to your teammate. That's just gonna give up both your positions once you start getting shot at. Don't want to bait out your teammate as well if there's a chance that he could be left unseen. See wrong, they know they have the compound to deal with, and they're all outside of the circle. You see it on your minimap in the corner there. They have to make their way up northeast. You got Andy, you got the entirety of Art of War sitting and trying to hold them down inside the compound, and you got Fenerbahce. That's the compound they'll have to push up to inevitably. Alpha makes the run on back down. Try to hide down behind the buggy, get himself the meds off. And honestly, for Houston and Hickey, if Ghosts don't spot them, now they do spot them. Hickey gets taken down immediately. Ooh, Song gets shot towards him as well. He's down to low HP, and Air BSD takes the knock on towards him. Both of them get taken down. Arrows long range away. Secures the kill, and Personal Courage go out in 9th. But the Wizards, they do lose a Conlon in the trade-off, and he's on the wrong side of the wall right now, as you can see. And Riddle, they're actually utilizing this. They're trying to abuse it by making the run on up towards them now. They got a little greedy, splitting out, getting additional information. But with one player down, that could be the difference maker. Denethor taken down by a Cup. Oh, good angle from Zerong, but not able to connect the shots he needed to get himself that knock. There's still 4 alive in Benconis. You can see them holding the angles in here, and all of a sudden, things are falling apart for him and his team. Huge potential down to just 1 player. Bro pushes up close. Cup nades himself and a teammate. That's not what you want to have happen. Zero gets the kill off because of it. Gets the double as well. No, what happened? Cup naded himself and a teammate, and that's going to give Zero a chance to push further forward. Oh, I hope it wasn't one of those. I think it's a smoke, but it's a nade kind of situation. And he's making them all pay for it. Zerong has pretty much almost taken down the entirety of Huge Potential by himself. Got taken down, but I think I saw them get 10 kills off of it. That is a, yeah, unfortunate. They just lost 3 players off of a misthrown utility there. That's a, that's unfortunate, to say the least. They had everything going. They had the angle. They just need to hold it. And in the end, unfortunately, Cotton got kind of ruined that, you can say, for him and his teammates. Memo has been knocked. I don't think Andy is going to be able to get the rest. Nope, not going to happen. He's completely pinned down behind that tree. Andy as well has a smoke to sort of prone around, and you can see there goes the vision. Arrow spots him on the other side, and down he goes. Wizards, they've got things going. 14 kills and still 4 guys alive for Wizards. It's going to be up to this next circle, though. If they get it on their side, that would be amazing, but if it shifts over to the west, it's going to be so difficult for Wizards to really pull off anything here. Goldby taken down. Circle once again, 50-50 split on each side, and Fenerbahce as well. We talked about them just before. They only had 1 point coming into this third game. They need something going their way, and now they have a chance to do it. 4 guys alive and just 6 teams remaining. M249 and an extended quick draw. Well, I mean, at least you can go take the backpack, the extended quick draw, and the ghillie suit. That could come to help you out. Ghost Legion out in 6 as well. Good job by them. Amir Moore trying to crawl on forward. And he is waiting and holding the angle, though he doesn't have a helmet, so that's just going to be 1 shot to the head as soon as he spots him. If he spots him, that could be him down and out. Entirety of Fenerbahce are still in and alive. See Amir trying to make the crawl on forward, wants to get the info. Where are the opponents? He goes over on the other side, so that's going to be Andy, not able to see him anymore, at least not for now. Triku, Minox, and Apex, they're in a good position to potentially get some kills, but they have to move out of the cover. You can see on the minimap in the corner that they're just exactly outside of the circle. Havoki, I believe, is just inside the circle. Oh, Amir Moore tries to buy himself some time, but not only is he gonna attract a lot of attention to himself, he might also give up Andy's position by continuously having this fight. 3 nades in hand, and that's gonna be for Fenerbahce. They have not been forced to use any utility so far, and they have plenty of it remaining. Trying to crawl on forward now. Oh, Andy, you might just get spotted here. The entirety of Fenerbahce running up towards you. 1 gets spotted, Andy gets the angle on the second, but not gonna be enough. Calendar was the only one to get down and should get rest in the in return of all of this. So good positioning out of 4. They lost a player early on, but still managed to get 4th place. Very impressive. And Wizards now, Wizards, Apex, and Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce, they want this one, of course, everyone does, but 14 kills on Wizards. They've been doing extremely well so far. We talked about them earlier, how they seemed unstoppable, and they're continuing to deal damage. Eros gets the knock on towards Jaxi. They have got the guys on top completely pinned down to 1 tree, 1 smoke, 1 little position up there. Plenty of ammo for arrows, so just tap away and see if you can land something. Because the more you can disrupt their push on down the hill, the easier it's going to be for you, Fenerbahce. They have such a long run to make down in the open. The SLR, all the damage being done up towards them. And the thing is, they can sit in cover from Apex and shoot up towards Fenerbahce for free, pretty much. It's not really costing them anything whatsoever. Now they have the circle once again, but for Apex they need to watch out, because as you can see, Eros, he wants to make the way around. He wants to get into a better position because he knows that Apex are fully focused on what's going on with the team up top. Calendar goes down now as well, and for Apex they gotta watch out because they got 1 team pushing down, but there's also a chance that the Wizards players will start engaging on them. 15 kills already, so insanely well played so far, and they continue going on. Eros getting himself 1 more. That would potentially be his 6th kill of the game. 1 player knocked. Minox, all that's left from Apex. Trying to get the rest on up. Havoki actually still alive, sorry, further down the hill. He's not inside the circle though. Trico taken down. What are you gonna do, Minox? You're all by yourself here. All by yourself. You have opponents on top. Misa tries to come around the side to get some additional cover too. T-Bone has been knocked off and finished. Minox will go down as well. BSD finish him off. Not only him, but Havoki goes down too. So now it's just 2 teams remaining, and that's it. Super quickly happens. O'Connell didn't have any kills coming into the final fight, but gets himself a double. And Wizards say thank you, guys. We'll take that one easy peasy. Double kill coming in for us, and what a great performance coming in off of that one. Really, really impressively done. Now I'll just go here real quick. We'll pause that one.